Finally, Pastor Paul Enenche, the senior pastor of Dunamis International Gospel Center in Abuja, breaks silence as regards Nigerian gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu's death. So he made it clear that he was not privy to all the alleged abuses Peter Nwachukwu meted on her. Hi guys, you're watching Mchikky series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you are new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into this video. And he said about 2.5 and 3 months ago, the lady came to him together with her husband with the complaints of chest pain, respiratory distress, and he prayed for her and prayed again. When the symptoms did not abate, he counseled that they go to hospital to see a doctor. One of the things I'm taking here is that as a believer, even when you are sick, after praying, make sure you go to hospital. Not just praying and believing that everything will be alright, which can be very dangerous. So at the end of the day, they were able to get to the hospital where they carried out further investigation to fully understand what was wrong with her. The lady was recuperating before the crusade he had in Cameroon. It was the second night at Cameroon that he got to know about the unfortunate incident of her passing. He said that if there is any domestic violence that coincided with the symptoms she came with that 2.5 to 3 months ago, that there is no way he would have known about it. If there was any perennial domestic violence also, there was no way he would have known about that. And he decided to ask people around him about the stories, the controversial stories. The twin sister, accepted that has been happening, but she got to find out through Osinachi's friend, because the sister is very secretive. She didn't want to disclose it to anybody, and she also begged the sister not to tell the pastor. What is really shocking to me is that this lady in question is not ordinary member of their church. She's a lead singer in the church. Based on what he explained, that the lady and the husband, they have access to the pastor, and for her not to confide in him, in her spiritual father, is something that is a bit worrisome. Then there was something her sister explained during the BBC interview about the Dunamis Pastor who came with Peter to plead so that Osinachi will return back to Peter's house after the first issue she had with him. Though as at the moment, the pastor is no longer with Dunamis Church. He has left Dunamis, which makes it more difficult to believe that the pastor is not aware of it. If you are listening to Osinachi's sister, the elder sister, she talked about when Osinachi was having problem with the man, the first issue that they had. She said after the wedding that she had issue with the husband, and she had to ring her telling her that the husband, Peter, wanted to send her to early grave with her 2 children. Then she has already got 2 children. So she told her mom they arranged for her to come back to their house, where she stayed for more than 1 year before Peter now came there with Dunamis Pastor, one of the Dunamis Pastors, Pastor Tony, who begged. He came there with Tony and another pastor, and they begged, and they also blamed him that what he did was bad before they now allowed their daughter to join him.
First issue, I got office, I got training. My sister, mom, Sim Bikan Nekwana, Peter Toribuya no Moya, Makomata with Zimbia, Lankebo, Pempe, not to Libuha. But I'm not as a nubu, not about Koran Mayas and see no Panapana Queen. Now, with my money, Gabo to Osinachi, poor Snachu, one came, Nkemwa, with Natia, I never know ye handy. After I was here, no, Peter be your pro, mad not Pastor Tony Noble with Pastor Neche. That was now with Pastor Neche. Your another person will be a yo. I'm blame on that day. I'm by my father come near. Nearly a mile. I met you after I'm in Kanaga.
That means after discussing with Pastor Tony, he never said it to anyone, or he also helped Peter to conceal it, that he had issue in his matrimonial home, that they went to beg the family for the wife to come back. About 4 days ago, his daughter released a post on her Instagram, and the second part is a bit confusing. She said, "My father has always been an advocate for removing oneself from a deeply unhealthy marriage. It is spread across the fabric of his ministry. The clear fact that he has always ensured the weak are protected. It is not different in this situation." So in this situation, I understand that is Osinachi's situation, and she went further to say that everything was done to ensure that the departed was removed from her situation, and in lieu of that, she was cared for as much as possible. Bear in mind that there was no knowledge of the physical abuse. If such had come to light, we wouldn't be here. I don't understand what she meant by the situation. It is not different in this situation. What is not different in this situation? And again, she came down to say that bear in mind that there was no knowledge of physical abuse. So I feel she is contradicting herself. The situation she's talking about, is she talking about her sickness, or is she talking about domestic abuse? And some people believe that they are aware of the situation, that they are only doing damage control. The irony of this case is Osinachi being able to mask her emotions without people very close to her being able to decipher it, being able to have enough emotional intelligence to see through her that whenever she sings, she's always bearing her heart out. And even the people she confided in, they were not able to get her the help she needed, simply because she told them not to let anyone know. But my thing is this: the church also have to review a way they handle cases like this. When pastors get to know about this, what's the right channel they follow? How do they report it? Or any pastor will take decision based on what he or she wants to do. It is very sad and very heartbreaking. I hope the church will take the case up to be able to make sure that the culprits are brought to book. Like the daughter said in her paragraph 1, she will make sure that the perpetrator will not go scot-free, and there'll be many measures taken also to protect her kids and family as well. I hope they're able to push through with this, at least so that the kids will be in safe hands and make sure that they're doing okay mentally. Then some people believe that the preaching that some of the pastors conduct in their churches are also part of the problem that will make a woman not want to leave abusive marriage, whereby after reporting, they'll still convince you to go back and tell you to make your marriage work, that you're a woman, you're the one that will make your marriage work. Even when the man, it's obvious that the man is not interested in that marriage, he's behaving anyhow, nobody to caution the man, everything is centered on the women. So I believe all these counselors, they'll find a way to strike a balance in what they say to people, what they tell their congregation, the preaching they make, so that people will be able to make the right choices. Then some people are saying, let the dead bury the dead. The person that is saying, let the dead bury the dead, when you die, who will bury you? And I'm also surprised that they didn't observe a minute of silence when this thing happened. Their service was going on as usual, and Pastor Paul Enenche on his Instagram was busy replaying the message he gave to people to avoid staying in abusive marriage. It was a bit weird to me. It was a bit worrisome to me. As somebody that's significant in a church will pass on, and the church will operate as if nothing happened. Then some people are saying, do you want to use the news to destabilize the service for that day? I don't even get it. Oh my God. These people, the way some people reason is just out of this world. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.